Okay, there we go. We are live. Hi, everybody. Claude Diamond here. Gonna wait. Hopefully, a few people come on with some questions. I love sales. Sales has just given me a great life. Um, and I love talking about it. I followed certain rules. I'm the former world's worst salesperson, truth be told. Um, but I was fortunate enough to meet the world's greatest salesperson. His name is Max. I've written several books about him. I'll show you a couple of I've written a couple books about him as it relates to sales stories, basically, rags to riches. And I wanted to I'm going to be doing more live broadcasts just because they're fun and I can pick certain topics. One of the topics I wanted to speak about today was the rule of five. And I even have a little graphic here for you guys if you like. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hit the. I'm on Zoom, but I'm simul broadcasting to FaceTime. No, YouTube. God, I'm all confused here. I thought I was going to do FaceTime today, but I'm doing this, and let me find that right here. There it is. The guts rule of five. This one rule, I got to tell you right now, it can basically make you rich if you utilize it. I find the most biggest problem in sales is people are inconsistent. You've got to get into a routine, and you got to approach it from common sense. First, you got to have a system. Okay, you've got to study the psychology. Why do people buy? Why should they buy from you? Why do they buy from what I call one percenters all the time? They're rich, they're millionaires, they're wealthy. Money's never an issue in their life. Why? What are these one percenters doing that nobody else does? Okay. And it's complicated. There's a lot of things. I try to keep it simple. I am totally the KISS method guy when it comes to this. I like to keep things real simple so that other people can emulate. I've been running a very successful sales training business for, oh my gosh, 32 years now. Basically, working from home using Zoom, doing a little bit of marketing every day, not much, doesn't cost me anything. I have clients all over the world teaching them guts. Guts stands for great, untraditional, unorthodox techniques of sales. Let's talk about the guts rule of five first. Oh, before I talk about guts rule of five, I had to fire last week. I fired a client slash prospect because they lied to me. Should you work with everybody? Is everybody a prospect? Should everybody be a client? No. Some people you should actually, there should be some people you should fire, you shouldn't work with. There are definitely people who are just not worth the time and trouble. And it matters. I guess it's really important. Where are you coming from at the time? I mean, if you're worried about paying the cable bill, you'll take anybody, won't you? But if you have a certain amount of success, prosperity, you can be a little you can be a little you can have discretion. Is that the word? You can have discretion. You don't have to you don't have to work with everybody. And that's the beauty of sales once you become successful. So I had one client I signed up, and it was only about 2 or 3 weeks after we started working together. Lied about so many things, and I should have known better. See, even mentors, sales trainers make mistakes, and so when you have a prospect or a client that's lying to you, I just a bold-faced fabrication, fire them because it's not worth the trouble. For those of you who are coaches out there, I work with a lot of coaches, people who coach other coaches. I think anybody in business, particularly in real estate and other businesses, they should monetize, always monetize your time, knowledge, and energy. If I can share that one thing with you, I think that's one of the most important things you can do. Monetize your time, knowledge, and energy. Um, but sometimes when you get them and there's odd things like they don't have an address, they don't have a web page with a phone number. You can't seem to reach them or anything. There's something screwy going on. If they're unethical, if they're, you believe, involved in taking advantage or hurting people, or even breaking the law, civil or criminal. A lot of people have a trouble discerning between civil and criminal. You can go to jail for either one, by the way. Not as likely with civil, but you can still do it. And the thing about it is, you can make all the money you want and do business honestly. So why take chances? Why on earth would you ever want to take shortcuts? Um, and not have a peace of mind. So sometimes fire the prospect, fire the client. It's not worth the time, the trouble, going to court and the lawyers and all the other things like that. So that was something I did. I made a mistake and I fired this one person. I should have never taken him on when I knew how much they were lying. Anyway, Guts rule of five, real simple. You want to be successful in business, speak to five people a day. Talk to five people. Not call. I get people all the time to me, Claude, I made hundreds of phone calls and this and that and everything like that. That's fine, but how many did you speak to? Okay, there's a lot of guru mythology out there about um, what you should do in terms of marketing, that you can automate everything, that you can scale everything. I can just share you from my own experience. I talk to a few people every day. I make offers every day. I follow up every day. I do a little social media every day. It doesn't cost any. By the way, shouldn't have to spend a dime for your leads. Okay? Leads, very simple. Just be creative, remove the filter, use all this. We have all this social media. Social media to me means free marketing. Okay. You can attract prospects all day long. Okay, good quality warm prospects. I only speak to warm prospects. That's all I need to do. Couple warm prospects every day, two, three, up to five a day. Prospects every day. I make offers every day. My business soars. My business does so well just because I A, have a sales system, B, I generate consistent attraction, warm leads every day, and that's and I share my time, knowledge, and energy with people who see the value in what I'm offering. Talk to five people a day. Real simple. Okay. If any of you want this, my notes, by the way, I'm doing some AI notes, or you want my mind maps and things like you see on the screen here, just send me a text. Here, my phone number's right on the screen here, 619-206-5960, or go to my webpage, Claude Diamond, and schedule a free 15-minute phone call. I'll give you a ton of free stuff. Um, Talk to five people a day. It's not a big deal. Ask them questions like a doctor. Use the gut sales system. It's three little steps. That's all you need. There's other steps that are 18 steps, and there's scripts and everything. They're garbage. They're caca. Okay. Take it from me. Have just nice, those nice conversations you have with people when you have some commonality, okay, with them. They've read the same book, same movie, they lived in the same place or went to the same school. Can you find that commonality in people? Can you ask questions that stimulate the conversation and keep it in an emotional tonality? That's what you can do in sales if you speak to five people a day. How do you get good at it? How? You practice, you role play. I think I'm the only sales trainer who focuses the majority of his business on role playing. I practice with people. Give me your biggest stalls, your objections. Well, how do you respond to certain questions that they do? What's the psychology of those responses? How do you stay in control? You get good by A, studying and learning a system, and B, practicing the hell out of it. You can't, believe me, there's no script, there's no weekend seminar that's going to do for you what constantly practicing with your sales coach. And you got to role play a lot. Most sales trainers I find well-meaning, interesting people, but they give a lot of motivation, but no perspiration. That's really what you need. So how do you talk to five people a day? You do some grassroots marketing. We'll talk about that maybe at another time, or maybe today a little bit. I get leads every day, warm leads every day. All you need to do is set up a couple hard appointments or follow up with people. A lot of times when you follow up, number two, when you follow up with people, okay, what do you normally get? 80, 90% of the time. You get voicemails. People don't answer the phone like they used to, do they? They really don't answer the phone like they used to do. Oops, there we go. They really don't answer phones. So if you leave a generic, you've got to be unique. Remove the filters. Get to that wonderful place, IDGASL. I don't give a you know what land, okay? It's where you just speak spontaneously and you act like old grandma Thanksgiving who says the crazy stuff, right? I'm trying not to curse too much. You leave guts voicemails. A guts voicemail is different from your generic old yogurt in the back of the refrigerator type of voicemail. Hi, how are you? I heard about your property. I'm just reaching out. Don't do that stuff. You will get zero response, very little response. I'm going to have excuse me. Today's broadcast is brought to you by, no, I wish. I don't even want sponsors. When you have sponsors, a lot of times, you have to you have to filter a lot of things. You have to be guarded. The thing about it is, um, it's like even when I do public speaking, and everybody's got their phone on and record, I say, turn it off. I can give you 80, I can give you everything you want if I know I'm not going to see it on YouTube from someone else. But if I know I'm being recorded, I'm going to hold back a certain amount of things. Ah, good water. Love water. You want to lose weight? Weight loss tip of the day? Drink a lot of water. Yeah, you get hungry, gulp down a quick bottle of water. Your hunger will go away. Controlling the hunger is the biggest prop. I do OMAD. I have one meal a day. I eat whatever I want between 6 and 7, and then I stop eating. I also exercise every day. I run and I swim every day, and I sauna. Just a couple common sense things. It was an interesting thing last night from Robert Kennedy, and I know that triggers a lot of people, but he was basically saying we got to get rid of all this processed crap that's out there, get people, to stop eating these 4,000 different mystery chemicals in our food. Oh, let me show you something here. I'll get back to the rule of five here. I just wanted to share something else with you that I saw yesterday. I saw this triggered me. Take a look at this. Let's see, share. Come on. Uh, there it is. There it was in the Wall Street Journal. A Utah mom who got the world hooked on dirty soda. Okay, soda, I love a diet soda once in a while, okay? I don't drink 10 a day. I drink once every other day, or I have two or three a week, okay? It's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes that's the way I control my hunger and everything. So this mom, she basically took soda, and this is in the Wall Street Journal today. She's in St. George, Utah. I know St. George. I drive through it all the time on the way to California. I live in North Carolina. I live in Colorado and Winter Park. I live in San Diego, and I love Hawaii. Let it go at that. It's called Swig, and basically it's spiking Coke, Mountain Dew, and Dr. Pepper with fruit puree and flavored creams. So now you took a soda and you're adding hundreds of calories to it. So instead of the soda, a 12-ounce soda, instead of it, or 24-ounce being 150 to 300 calories, now it's just shot up to 600 to 800 calories. Isn't that crazy? I know it's good and everything, moderation and all that good stuff. Listen, I'm no saint here, but did America really need this? I don't think so. Anyway, read the article. It's kind of interesting. Let's go back to rule of five. Speak to five people a day. Leave guts voicemails. What's a guts voicemail? A guts voicemail is a voicemail intended to get a reaction. The definition of marketing is getting a reaction, getting people to call you back. How do you get people to call you back? You leave a message that might be cryptic. You act like you feign ignorance. You act like maybe you have a you know this person, like you're a next door neighbor or something like that. You state something positive on there. Here, if I got a beep, I'd say, "Hi, I'd like to make you an offer on your property. I have the paperwork in front of me. Hi, sorry it took me so long to call you. Get back to me before 2:30 today. I want to make you an offer. I have the paperwork in front of me. 619-206-5960. Boom. And if you want that, I do have a mind map with 50 different pattern interrupts on how to open up a conversation. Let me make a note of that. That's something, pattern interrupts. I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow on my live uh, presentation there. Pattern interrupts are ways to get an immediate response from the prospects you're calling. They'll call you back. And with the gut system, even if they're mad, you can fix it real easy. The goal is, can you get into 5 conversations a day? I don't care. My joke is, I don't care if it's the Walmart greeter, but you got to get into conversations with people. I don't care if you're in real estate, you're a lawyer, financial services, life insurance, or you're selling used Toyotas. You've got to speak to people every day. You want to, of course, speak to warm prospects. That's a marketing question. And there's some simple ways to get all the warm leads you want, and it won't cost you a cent. It's called attraction marketing. I wrote a book on it, The Guts Rules of Attraction Marketing. It's on my webpage, claudediamond.com. So leave voicemails that create an emotion, that create a curiosity, so people call you back, that create a call to action, so they offer them something for free, tell them you're ready to close, make an offer, anything that gets you into a conversation every day. Okay. I can tell you right now, the death of success for most people, the death of their success is inconsistent business behavior. What do I mean by that? Most people do not make phone calls or do direct marketing, direct selling because of the rejection factor. The psychology of rejection says, why am I going to call people, bother them, they're going to hang up on me, I'm only going to get voicemail, nothing's going to happen, or I'm going to get people mad at me, hang up on me, tell me to take them off their list or whatever. You've got to make your phone calls. So like you're getting back to somebody, you're inviting them to an interaction that they want. I can talk about more about that another time. Make 5 offers a day. You guys are a little chicken-ass. You know what I mean? Oh, make offers. Oh, well, I know there's sales trainers out there. Oh, no, you got to develop a little relationship. Here, let's do some cute hearts here. Okay, that is such guru nonsense. If somebody has a pain, if you had a toothache, when do you want it resolved? When do you want the pain gone? Today, immediately. You're going to go to your dentist. Take me. Any appointment, I'll go there. Any cancellation, call me right away. That's the urgency. You've got to create that kind of urgency in a prospect, make it emotional. People make immediate business decisions emotionally. They justify it intellectually after the fact. So make 5 offers a day. Don't ask for the order 5 times. That's different. That's old school. It's obnoxious. It's boring. So see, in Guts, we have a specific close. We have 3 little steps. If you ever read my book, How to Sell with Guts, it's on my webpage. You first learn how to sell. The first step is set an agenda. Hey, can I ask you some questions? And then I'll make you an offer. And it's okay if you say yes or no. Okay, and then you can ask me questions. Maybe we'll do business, maybe not. Is that okay? Boom. Then you go to qualification. You need to know the numbers, the level of motivation, the time frame. Are you speaking to the right person there? And do they have the character to make a commitment right now? You got to learn that. Okay, stop wasting time doing free consultation all day long. It's crazy what you guys do. Stop doing that. By the way, if anyone wants to join me, you can, or ask a question, you can go on the live chat, ask me a question. We're talking about the Guts sales rule of 5. How to close people every week. I close people all the time. All you've got to do is be consistent. If you have close, depending on what business, if you can do small closes, small amounts of money, large amounts of money, and you can have consistent behavior every month, every week, every day, like in my business, every day my business, word of honor, every day my business makes money. Why? I do one thing really well. I know how to communicate with people. I studied it. I was such a bad salesperson. If it was raining, I couldn't get a parking space in New York City. I'd turn my car around, go back home. Honest, only because I hated the sales. When you're selling to people, the 11th commandment says, Moses dropped one on the way down. And forgive me, people have heard this joke 100 times. You can still get into heaven by treating a salesperson like garbage. Okay. The thing about it is, when you anticipate it's going to be uncomfortable, people are going to manipulate you, lie to you, pick your brain for free. You don't want to do it anymore. So how do you change it so it's fun? I think I'm the only sales trainer who says that sales can be not only make you all the money you'll ever want in your life, but it can also be fun. A lot of fun. It's just amazing. But you got to have a system. You got to practice that system. And you've got to initiate the rule of five every day. Speak to five people. Leave five gut style voicemails. I explained that before. Make offers every day. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, can I make you an offer? I like this conversation. I believe I can help you. I have some ideas, some solutions. Can I have your permission to make you an offer? See, we even ask permission to make an offer. How about that, huh? It can work really well. Let me go back to my screen here for a second because I want to keep showing this to you guys. There we go. Just want to make sure you can see my screen. On that, make offers. It can't hurt. What's the worst they can say? Oh my God, I know. I know they're saying, oh, you've got to be develop a relationship. Don't push. I say go for it. I say go for it. You go out on a date, you had a good time, you want that kiss, go for it. It's called the magic moment. We have it in sales too. Go for it. Listen, if you don't do anything, and then you follow up and they ghost you, they forgot you, you're not important anymore. You've got to go for the magic moment. You're responsible for creating the magic moment in sales. What is the magic moment? When you have a great conversation with a prospect that you directed, you had the gut skills, you used your pattern interrupts, you asked the right questions, you got the prospect emotionally involved, and they did a lot of talking. Then you can just say, you know what? I'd like to work with you. You mind if can I make you an offer? God bless you if you say no. It's all right. Okay. If they say no, people say no to me all the time. But if I have, once again, your takeaway, if you're taking notes today, and I'm going to get off pretty soon, is basically consistent behavior, a routine. You want to be healthy and lose weight every day, count your calories every day, exercise, just like a madman. Okay. You want to be successful in business every day, talk to people. I don't even make phone calls. Everybody, oh, Claude, I made hundreds of phone calls and everything like. No, you've got to take responsibility of your business. All that delegation shit. And pardon me, there goes the language again. I don't want YouTube to ban me. All the delegation to third parties, and if you're a solopreneur and you want to make money, talk to people. Set up your marketing so you're attracting people from the content you're giving, the freebies, anything you do that get people what do you want people to say about yourself? Hey, this person can help me solve this problem. This person has good ideas. I like this person. I get along with this person. Maybe they have something there. Maybe they can remove my pain, my problem, my issues. You've got to take responsibility for putting out that content on a daily basis. And I know some people are going, oh, Claude, how do I do that? Boo. Tough shit. Just do it. Okay. If you're in business and you've studied that business and you know about it, go for it. Put out content. Talk about your mistakes. Talk about your successes. Talk about the lifestyle this business has given you. Okay. You got to have something to talk about, right? Now you got all these AI tools to help you, right? I had AI. I fed AI my guts rule of five here, and I printed up this little colorful sheet to help me today. Okay, I use it too. It works. 5 follow-ups a day. Number 4, you've got to follow up again. Watching from Ghana, on-chain clarity. Hello, Ghana or Ghana. Ghana. Hello there. Um, Follow up a day. You talk to somebody. They don't have the need, they don't have the money, they're not ready, the time is wrong, whatever it is. Okay, you can't close everybody all the time. Okay, no matter what, a lot of what is some gurus? Oh, everybody's a prospect. No, everybody's not a prospect. Not everybody has the money. Not everybody needs your service or product. Okay, not everybody needs what you want. What do you want to do? Spend 45 minutes with that person or qualify them in 3 minutes and get rid of them? But doesn't mean if there's something there, okay, and I take copious notes, okay? I always have, I love my big pen or my little black one pencils. I write copious notes. Here's just my notes from yesterday, okay? All my notes from yesterday, things to do, things I want to talk about, writing a new book, The Mentor and the Time Machine. I'll talk about that in another time. The thing about it is follow up with people. Okay, give them a score 1 through 10. You talk to somebody today, you get into a good conversation. See, the gut system, great untraditional techniques of sales success, teaches you how to get into good conversations with people. People love to talk, don't they? But they will not initiate the conversation. That is your responsibility. You want to make a lot of money, you want to make more money than you ever need. Do what everybody else is unwilling to do. Focus on the art and science of good sales conversation. I love talking to a good salesperson. I am the easiest person in the world to sell, and nobody knows how to sell me except maybe my wife. Okay. Sales has given me a life where I am debt free, I am mortgage free. I'm pretty conservative in terms of lifestyle, but I live in places that other people take vacations. I don't take vacations. I just change where I live at the time. I change where I live about every 2, 3 months, from Colorado to California to Hawaii to San Diego. I don't care. The thing about it is, how did I get there? I thought it was going to all those motivational seminars. I thought it was walking on hot coals. I never did that, by the way. Um, I thought it was, finding the latest, newest, shiny object out there. What it was is you got a good product or service, and you have to be super. This is your takeaway. You've got to be superb in sales, in communication. You've got to learn how to ask the right questions with the right nuances. You've got to combine psychology with great thespian skills. Put those two together, it's called charisma. You've got to embrace charismatic behavior and get so comfortable, so confident in your marketing and talking to people. My daughter gave me the greatest compliment ever. She said, Dad, you're just comfortable in your own skin. You could talk to peeling wallpaper for 15 minutes." Maybe she's right. She didn't know, when I was younger, I hated sales. I hated the rejection. I hated the "I'll think about it" I get all day long. I couldn't stand that stuff. It just got so boring. And it didn't make me money. Why are we in business, ladies and gentlemen? To watch me drink water. No, we're in business to make money. When? Today. You're in business. Here's the answer. Why are you in business? You're in business to make money today, to get commitments today, contracts today, appointments today. There is no tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow they'll forget you. Tomorrow your competition will sell them. You've got to learn to and guts is an aggressive form of sales. I'll admit it. It's aggressive. It is assertive. It's not bullying. It's not intimidation. It's just getting to the point. If you have a product or service that's legal, that's a benefit to people, and you know they need it or are in pain, you have the right to be assertive. You have the right to make an offer. And I even invite people, please say no to me. It's okay. Let's just know it. Let's just know it's over. So I don't have to do 45 minutes of free consulting or get in my car or drive or get on a plane and travel. You can qualify. You can get commitments up front in sales if you have a sales system like Guts. Absolutely. Do your follow-ups. Go into your database right now. Okay. Make sure when you're talking to people, give them a score 1 through 10. Are they a five, six, or a seven? Are they a one, two, or a three? Or are they an eight, nine, or 10? If they're an eight, nine, or 10, make them an offer right now. Follow up that's to the same day or early the next day. Never let it go more than 18 hours on a follow up on an eight, nine, or 10. If it's a five, six, or seven, definitely send a follow-up video, send them a freebie, send them a video and compliment them, stroke and nurture. It's part of the gut sales method. No time to talk about that today. If there's one thing the gut system does brilliantly, um, it's basically learning how to acknowledge people. How do you make yourself attractive to people? How do you make yourself likable to people? By giving that long, boring presentation with your 88 slide keynote PowerPoint presentation? No way. It's boring. Most salespeople put me to sleep when they go intellectual presentation. You sell me emotionally. Mr. Diamond, imagine for a moment you bought this condo on the beaches of Kauai, and you and your significant other are walking, holding hands on the beach, the sand between your toes. You're holding Mai Tais with those little those little umbrellas, those little paper umbrellas. I don't know why they put them in there. And the breeze is warm, and you're seeing the dolphins and the whales splash out there. Can you smell the salt air, the warm sun on your skin in the middle of winter? Can you see all that? Boom. That's gut selling. It's emotional selling. It's putting a movie in people's mind. So do your follow-ups every day. Save your notes. Save your notes. You don't need to spend a fortune on these expensive, oh God, these CRMs that you guys waste so much time and money on, drive me crazy. You don't need all that jazz. Okay, especially you solopreneurs, you small business people, just get on the phone, talk to people, do your content attraction gut style marketing. Use the guts attraction marketing system. You'll have plenty of leads, you'll have plenty of follow-ups. A lot of those follow-ups you can convert them usually in the short term on them. Then you have your one, twos, and threes. You can let them go a month, 2 months, 3 months. There's probably a money issue there usually and things like that. So make sure you do your follows. Number five, finally, you got to it. Okay, and if you do these five things every day, you will get paid daily. You will make sales like you will double and triple your sales in the first 30 days. I guarantee it. If you use the gut system and you practice, practice, practice with your coach. Okay, you roll. This is what I do with my students. We do private training every week, and we just on Zoom and we just role play and we practice. Key to success, saying the right words at the right time to people. And guess what? They want to buy, but they don't want to be bored, and they don't want to hear the history of your Tupperware collection. Okay, they don't want to hear this stuff. Absolutely. Social media. Just you can make a little video, real simple on your camera, on your iPhone, on your laptop. Make a little short video. Pick really good topics. The three secrets of controlling land with zero money down. How to close somebody in the first 180 seconds. The guts rule of five. Make little videos. Take those videos. I use Opus Chat. Call me if you need I have a link for a discount. If you want that, I'll send it to you. Send me a text, 619-206-5960. I'll send you a link so you get a discount on Opus Clip. Excuse me, I said Opus Chat. It edits all your videos. It trims them down to whatever size you want. It adds in the text, the music, and everything like that. And you can schedule your content. I do this. I have content on YouTube, Facebook, X, TikTok, LinkedIn, you name it. You can do one video, one short 30-second video every day, or do a couple of them. Okay, and then edit them in Opus Clip, and then boom, you've got all of February or March or whatever month you're working on. You've got content out there. Always offer free stuff to people. I tell them, hey, you can have a free mind map on the gut sales method. By the way, you guys, anybody wants my notes on the gut sales method, changed my life. Okay, changed my life. Instead of not going out there and walking in the sunshine and knocking on 100 doors and making thousands of phone calls, I just speak to a few people every day. just a few phone calls, some scheduled, some spontaneous, some follow up. And that's all I do every day. And I make offers every day. And then I follow up every day. And then I do more social media every day, sometimes live like this, sometimes just little clips, little reels, little shorts, things like that. Constantly putting out content about your product or service. What's the benefits? Tell an emotional story. You cannot help but succeed on that. And so that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thanks for joining me. Use the guts rule of five, and you can't help but succeed. Speak to people every day. Make those phone calls, and don't sound like you're boring competition. Hi, how are you today? Just reaching out. I wanted to tell you about our price going up. Oh God, nobody wants that person. You know that person. They interrupt your dinner. Those horrible spam calls that nobody takes anymore. Okay. Thing is, you can make calls. Some people do pick up, and you have to use a pattern interrupt so that you can gain attention, attraction, get into a conversation with them, get people to come to you, get people to schedule with you. And so that you can have these warm prospects every day, these follow-ups every day, and make offers. That's all you have to do in any business. I come from a real estate background. My real estate business doubled, tripled when I got into learning how to speak to people, how to market to them correctly. My name is Claude Diamond. Go to claudediamond.com. A lot of good stuff there. Or schedule a free session with me and read my book, How to Sell with Guts. You guys have a great day. What do I always say? Nobody does. Oh, the Netherlands. I love them. Portables from the Netherlands. Oh, I know. Hey, you're my buddy from the Louisiana Beer Review. Portable. I said it right. Love the Dutch. Gosh, I want a Heineken and some herring from one of those little wagons right now. My grandmother was from Holland, Anke Wateringstrasse, right near the Vlappel Park. If you know anything about Amsterdam, loved Amsterdam, loved going there. You people are brilliant. You speak English, and you like Americans. I think there's not too many places like that anymore. But I love the Dutch. Love Holland's a really unique society. You guys are so. I mean, you guys legalized everything that other countries are still are thinking about. It's an amazing culture, wonderful people, very attractive people, by the way, on there. Enough about Holland. I feel like going and visiting there again. Anyway, you guys take care. Thanks for joining me. Nobody deserves success more than you good people. Sales is the $1 million skill. Focus on sales. Learn a sales system where you're learning how to ask questions, but not cross-examining people, where you're getting into creative, fun conversations with people and just have a lot of fun on the way to the bank. Hey, cheers, Portable. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'll see you tomorrow.